Man, Marjorie, the thing that Marjorie's not telling you all.
telling everybody's business? Okay, now don't let me start telling Steve's business.
There's an age-old saying that goes, once a cheater, always a cheater. If you're an internet sleuth or just someone who loves a good celebrity scandal, you'd have seen the web buzzing with whispers about Steve and Marjorie Harvey. From cryptic tweets to shady blog posts, everyone's wondering, is this the endgame for the power couple?
As far as when Steve and I got together, he had a whole nother idea of what he was planning on doing after his divorce.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Celeb Life Channel. So, what's new in the saga of Steve and Marjorie Harvey? Enter the scene, podcaster Tasha K, and an explosive Instagram post that shook the celebrity world. She's got the 411 alleging that Steve had a little too close for comfort relationship with his, oh, so gorgeous private chef. Shockwaves, people. Especially when you think about how Steve and Marjorie had their love life on lockdown for years, keeping those rumors at bay. Tasha K went into overdrive mode, dedicating a whole episode of her podcast, Unwind with Tasha K, diving deep into this supposed secret liaison between Steve and his culinary queen. Now, before we jump on the rumor mill, it's worth noting we haven't been able to confirm these tidbits just yet. But wait, there's a twist. Tasha K isn't exactly the poster child for trustworthy news. Remember that drama with Cardi B? Yeah, Tasha had to fess up to spinning some tall tales about the rapper. Makes you wonder if this is another episode of Tasha's Tales. Despite the eyebrows raised at Tasha's track record, people close to Steve and the talented chef insist their bond is all about food and nothing saucy. But the internet, being its insatiable self, can't stop discussing Steve and the chef, who's been at his side since 2005. This little tidbit has fans and foes alike wagging their tongues, speculating what's really cooking between them. The social media frenzy over the alleged affair has brought both Steve and the chef squarely into the spotlight. Trending Twitter tags and constant notifications must have gotten Steve's attention because whispers say he might soon address these bold claims from Tasha.
He's just one. We don't change for all women. We only change for one woman.
This has thrown a wrench into public perceptions, making them wonder, if Steve did stray, could it mean that Marjorie isn't his one? Now, diving deeper, everyone knows Steve and Marjorie's storybook romance. Having been together for over a decade, they've been the golden couple, often seen as the epitome of relationship goals. With whispers and side eyes now challenging this, one wonders, is the perfect love story starting to unravel? Marjorie's past, however, isn't untouched by whispers either. Most notably, one of her ex-husbands, Jim L. Townsend, was a known figure in the Memphis criminal world. But it gets murkier. Rumblings suggest Marjorie wasn't just an innocent bystander, but might have been tangled in the illicit trade herself. Authorities once considered nabbing her if Townsend didn't play ball, implying they might have had the goods on her.
And so she called me, and she just went off on me, right?
Now, speaking of Townsend, after being slapped with a life sentence for his intent to distribute a massive amount of the substances, he spent a quarter century behind bars. But here's the real kicker. On his release, he spilled to Radar Online saying, had I not taken the blame, Marjorie, who was 8 months pregnant at the time, might have faced a similar fate.
You got to understand, she's not going to be speaking on none of that because her whole thing is to hide her past.
All right. Buckle up, folks, because just when you thought the drama was simmering down, a new pot is boiling over, and guess what? This time, it's centered around Marjorie. Whispers are now pointing to Marjorie possibly having an affair. And hold on to your teacups because it's with none other than Steve's former bodyguard, Big Boom Williams. For those scratching their heads, Big Boom is not just an ex-bodyguard but has been in Steve's inner circle for years. They've been on vacations together, attended events, and shared many a laugh.
Let's first say that you shouldn't feel guilty for anything.
Now, here's where it gets spicy. Rumors started spreading like wildfire when an insider mentioned seeing Marjorie and Big Boom sharing some close moments at a private event, which, let's be real, in the celeb world translates to something's definitely up. But diving a bit deeper into these rumors, here's where things take another twist. Word on the street is that Marjorie and Big Boom were not just spotted at a single event. An insider from Celebrity Weekly dished they've been seen together multiple times, not just at glitzy Hollywood events, but at cozy diners outside of the spotlight. That's a little off-brand for Marjorie, don't you think? Another source, who claims to have worked closely with the Harvey family, dropped a bombshell, quote, I've always seen a certain spark between them. I mean, they've shared inside jokes and the chemistry. Woo! Couldn't miss it, even if I tried. This does beg the question, is there more to their connection than what meets the eye? And if we're connecting the dots here, an old tweet from a Hollywood journalist back in 2018 resurfaced, which read, just spotted. Marjorie Harvey and Big Boom out on what looks like a rather intimate dinner. Just friends or something more? Of course, tweets are a dime a dozen, and it's easy to read too much into things. But considering the recent buzz, it's hard not to raise an eyebrow.
Other than your relationship with God, who you choose to spend the rest of your life with is the single most important decision you will ever make.
Evidence of Marjorie and Steve's rumored impending divorce isn't just whispered behind closed doors. It's being broadcast loud and clear with property listings. Sources have spilled that the power couple is looking to offload some of their real estate assets, including their lavish $10 million Atlanta mansion that Steve once bought from Tyler Perry, a swanky high-rise condo in Chicago, and a sprawling ranch in Texas. Selling off such significant assets often hints at preparing for a big change, and let's face it, in Tinseltown, that typically points to one thing: a big, costly breakup. But how costly, you ask? Well, let's break it down. Steve's net worth is estimated to be around a jaw, dropping $200 million thanks to his successful TV shows, radio hosting gigs, and best-selling books. If they do head to Splitsville without a prenup, or with a weak one, Marjorie could be entitled to half of that, landing her a cool $100 million. Can you even imagine that shopping spree?
That's a toxic relationship.
Sure, a potential $100 million might sound massive, but trust us, in the celeb world, this isn't unheard of. Let's take a stroll down memory lane and see some of Hollywood's most extravagant splits. Remember when Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie called it quits? Brangelina, as they were famously dubbed, parted ways after a 12-year-long romance. While exact figures are hush, insiders estimated their combined net worth to be around $400 million. And, oh, we can't forget the saga of Jeff and Mackenzie Bezos. Though not actors or singers, they're celebrities in their own right. When the Amazon kingpin and his author wife split, the numbers were stratospheric. Mackenzie walked away with a whopping $36 billion in Amazon stock, making her one of the world's richest women overnight. There's no telling where the Harvey divorce, if it happens, will rank among these big-ticket breakups. But if history's any indicator, celebrity splits rarely come cheap. Now, you must be wondering, how's Steve taking all this? Well, insiders reveal he's obviously shaken. Remember, this is a man who's always been candid about his love for Marjorie. One source close to Steve mentioned that he's trying to keep his head high in public, but is shattered behind the scenes. And honestly, who can blame him?
Sometimes the breakup is the blessing.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that, people want to end it when they break up with somebody, but you break up for a reason.
Media outlets from TMZ to People magazine are running daily features on the Harvey saga, drawing in millions of views. Their breakup, if it comes to pass, won't just be a personal disaster, but a public spectacle. Not to mention the financial implications, given the vast empire Steve has built over the years. Yet, one has to wonder if there's any truth to these rumors, or if they're just that, baseless speculations meant to rile up the public. After all, celebrity life is as much about navigating controversies as it is about living in the limelight. The Harvey saga is, understandably, the talk of the town, but what are the fans saying? As with all significant celebrity news, the fan community has come alive, especially on platforms like YouTube. Here's a dive into some of the comments lighting up the discussion. I'm still trying to figure out how he became the king expert on relationships. Quite a zinger, isn't it? This comment sheds light on a sentiment some fans have had for a while, considering Steve's history and how he's positioned himself as a relationship guru. Remember his book Act Like a Lady? Think Like a Man? It's a valid point, but everyone's human, right? Being an expert doesn't make one immune to relationship issues. I hope she cries every night, but she won't. Guess what? She's gonna get half of everything they had unless he made her sign that prenup. Well, that's one way to express frustration. While many are focusing on Steve's potential heartbreak, others are looking at the financial implications of the alleged split. And it's a hefty sum, to be sure. The mention of a prenup is intriguing. In the land of Hollywood, prenups are almost as common as Oscar after parties. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Karma for Steve. Man needs to stay single. It's that simple. Ouch. That one's got a sting. It's clear that not all fans are on Steve's side, pointing out that perhaps his past actions and advice are coming back to haunt him. It's a tough stance, but it underscores the divide in public sentiment. I knew she was not going to be loyal. She's just with him for the money. And here, the plot thickens. Marjorie's intentions have always been a point of contention among fans. While Steve has often sung praises about their love, some cynics believe that Marjorie's interests are more monetary than romantic. It's a controversial stance, but highlights the varied opinions fans have on the matter. All in all, it's evident that while the world might be divided about Steve and Marjorie's situation, one thing's for sure, they have everyone's attention. Whether you're a sympathizer or a skeptic, it's a story that keeps on giving. And as with all juicy celebrity tales, only time will reveal the real deal behind the headlines. All right, folks, that's the tea for today, and oh boy, was it scalding. But now we want to hear from you. What do you think about the whole Marjorie and Big Boom situation? Is there any truth to these whispers, or is it just another Hollywood mirage? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below. And hey, if you've got any other juicy insider info or even just some wild speculation, don't hesitate to spill. We love a good tea party over here. Thank you all for tuning in and joining us on this wild ride through the fascinating world of celebrity rumors. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss out on the latest updates. Until next time, stay curious, stay entertained, and keep those comments coming. Peace out.